Hello, folks. Welcome to Garblag Games. Hello, Garblag. Garblag's joined us in the chat. Everybody behave. The boss is here. Welcome to Garblag Games. It's a Monday, which means we're playing some Expanse. If you've not joined us before, don't worry. We're going to have a bit of an update because we have had a gap between this session and our last session. So we're going to take a minute to work out where we are and what we're doing in space. If you've never joined us before, thanks for coming along. We'll introduce everybody in a minute. And if you're watching live on Twitch, don't forget we also upload this to YouTube later on. And if you are watching on YouTube, thanks. And don't forget to do the subscribing and the liking and all that kind of jazz. There we go. I think I remembered to say the right things.
Yep, and we'll make it worth your while if you watch on YouTube.
Yeah, definitely. If you were here for session 3, or you saw some of the tweets and the links we put out earlier today, you would have known that people who mentioned their favorite character on last session's YouTube video might win $80 worth of Expanse PDFs, which is pretty darn cool. Thanks very much, Green Ronin. So you get the core book, you get the adventure we're playing right now, so you can see where we've gone left and the story went straight ahead. And maybe sort of see how we're doing a big detour to the end. And then I think I saw Green Ronin mention that the proofs are in for Ships of the Expanse, which is a new PDF. You going? Just before we went live, Ben rolled a random dice to pick a winner from the folks who did leave a message, leave a comment. And so the best character for me is Clays Ashford. David, and I'm not going to pronounce the actor's surname, is so incredibly watchable. From Good Night to Good Luck to Norman Land is a wonderful show. Honourable mentions to Cara G and Jared Harris for their wonderful performances, which is a comment from Rob Carruthers. Come and join us on the Discord, Rob. You have won yourself $80 worth of Expanse RPGs. Yay! We have one more giveaway that I think we'll save for the last show. What do you think? Is that good?
Sense.
Yeah, we'll do a last show giveaway, which is because we're going to do 6 sessions of the Abzu's bounty, and if you join us, then you can maybe win as well. So we're playing the scenario, the adventure, the story. What is it? What is it in the Expanse? I need to check. That is called the Abzu's bounty. 3 sessions ago, we were on a mining ship with a sort of vaguely friendly third watch group of folks, and then we all
go to Saturn, get the ice, fly to Ceres.
Yeah,
go to Saturn, get the ice, fly to Ceres.
And we got thrown into the churn, as Amos might have called it, and suddenly we're now friends. Who wants to introduce one of our very lovely friends first? Who wants to be first? Or should I just point at Ben?
Okay.
Say, you start, Ben.
I shall start. I'm Ben. Hi. I'm playing Captain Rafbook, as it turns out now, because I've accidentally inherited my ex-girlfriend's spaceship, which we've renamed in her honor, and we're pootling around in space trying to work out who the hell has killed everyone we know and is trying to ruin our lives. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So we might have to go and have a chat with that nice Mr. Anderson Dawes. He seems like a reasonable chap.
A reasonable, lovely chap, Mr. Dawes.
Joining me on my merry adventures are my faithful, diligent, hard-working, professional crew, and also these guys.
So rude.
Everyone else is dead, mate.
Do we want to go clockwise or anti-clockwise? Which way are we going? Should we stick?
Ask the captain.
Which way are we going, Captain?
Let's go Widdershins.
Now you've just confused me because we're in
That's
space.
anti-clockwise.
Anti-clockwise. All right. So from one belter to another, it is Andy and Lev.
Hello, I'm Andy. I'm playing Lev Molina, a belter who was trying to live a quiet life to get away from some trouble in his past. Not really working out that way because I went to a ship and that got nuked. So we went somewhere else, and everybody there got murdered. And so now we've ended up, and somehow I'm following Raph is now my captain. I don't know how that happened, but I don't know. Space is weird. Yeah, and I guess now they also nuked my little potted plant as well, which I'm not very happy about. That was the one piece of equipment I had on my sheet. Now it's space dust. So yeah, I guess we're heading to Sirius to meet that nice Mr. Dawes, who is very upfront and trustworthy, I'm sure.
Totally. Driving us to Sirius is Isaac van der Graaf.
Beep.
Adun, how you doing, my friend?
I'm good, thank you, Millie. Yes, hello, I'm Adun. I will be playing Isaac van der Graaf, who's a magnificent Martian, an academic background, and utterly not involved in any sort of smuggling. No, just a straight-up pilot who decided he wanted to haul ice for some while, like in a straight line, turn around, come back, straight line, go back. Well, it's not a straight line because it's space, so it's all curves and stuff. But basically, it's a straight line.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I put up with Raf because he has the codes for the ship.
Are we gonna have a mutiny on the rock?
No, it's fine.
Just checking. And then putting googly eyes all around the ship. It's Tom Foley. How you doing, Leon?
I'm good, thank you. Yep, I'm Leon. I'm playing Foley, the Earther on the ship, so the best one. Basically playing Nick Frost in The Expanse, but I was an concept artist down on Earth. My little art commune just all went belly up, so I ran off into space just to get away from it all, because I thought I'll just take each day as it comes to survive and stick little googly eyes on things. And then got kidnapped by OPA, and then kind of am OPA now. I'm not really sure what's going on. Foley's just trying to survive day to day, and he likes the crew, so he wants to make sure everyone's all right as he just does all these little technician work to keep things going, but he's feeling very overwhelmed with it all, so he's just kind of taking each moment.
All of our little stories are starting to come together, though, aren't they? The people that booted you out of your art commune are somehow also involved with the people that did bad things to the ship we were on. Who happened to be involved with the people who killed my ex-girlfriend, who might be connected to the people that Lev ran away from.
Whole universe is against us.
Yep. So we were originally going in a straight line backwards and forwards, hauling ice. Turns out there was something weird in a bit of ice, and that bit of ice was put in the captain's safe. It was then taken out the captain's safe, put on a fridge on a ship on the it's called the Rorke's Drift now, but it wasn't called that then. Then it was taken out the fridge, and we were taken to a tiny little asteroid where some bad dudes in really cool stuff came, killed everybody, and took the ice away, except you four plus one nerd who is on the ship. And I've got his name written down as Lay. Is that right? Yeah, Lay. Because I was worried for a moment. I was worried for a moment that I'd wrote it down wrong, because we also have a Lev, Lay and a Lev. But yeah, the nerd from the Fools, who is our friend. And then once that went away, we found ourselves in possession of a ship that we renamed. We went out to a little satellite, a relay station, where somebody had been sending messages. On the way, Anderson Dawes got in touch, which was interesting. He then said, "There is a berth for you at Sirius, come and visit me." And you were like, "No, let's go to this satellite," where we found out it was a relay station that had also been doing science. Some sort of strange, lonely person doing science. And we shifted through some details after having a bit of a fight, a bit of a parley with some strange miners who were just running diagnostics. Just diagnostics. Don't know what you're doing. And then we discovered some interesting things, like Anderson Dawes has some sort of spy that he was talking to Captain Rourke about, and the scientist that was on this station kept notes under his bunk, like they were very interesting and special to him, and things like that. Did I miss anything out? Is that where we're up to? Does that sound good?
Yeah, I think we just put in a course for Ceres.
Yeah.
We had made contact with
And
Anderson.
we sent him a message, didn't we? Saying
Open door policy.
we're going to come for a little visit. Hope that's cool.
Yeah.
He sent us coordinates and a flight plan and everything, which frankly is patronising.
He did send you, like, in case you'd forgotten where Ceres is. Here it is.
I think there might be some suggestion the ship was late as well. So
Yeah. He was wondering where Claire. He was wondering where Captain O'Rourke was, wasn't he?
Oh, she's in the freezer.
We have her with us. Yes, we have a number of buddies with us.
We do, oh no, we don't. We have 2 bodies.
Just 2. Okay.
We have her.
Burial at sea, didn't you?
Yeah, we did a burial in space for the rest of them, and we've got Claire's body, and we've got one of the bad guys in the black suits bodies as well.
All right. So we start as we arrive at Ceres. As he said in his original message, there is a dock, a port waiting for you. And so landing is remarkably easy. They're expecting you, no waiting in queues for other ships. Station control directs them, and they call you the Anne Bonny first. They call you the Anne Bonny until you correct them, and they're like, yes, okay. They direct you to an empty berth, and staying on the line, talking you in, just sort of keeping updates and that kind of thing, until the seals are green and the docking tubes link is to the ship's airlock. As the ship begins to turn along with the station, you feel the gentle weight of gravity, and then the docking complete, says station control cheerily. Welcome to Ceres, and whether you're prepared for another welcome or not, there is one waiting for you. You've made your preparations at the cycled airlock. Somebody has stood on the other side. There's a couple of folks.
Well, it's Ceres, so we can go out with all of our gear and shit, can't we? It's not like we have to wander around unarmed or anything. So we can.
I'm going to check the camera feed on the airlock. Can I see who is waiting for us, and more importantly, are they armed?
Okay, so there are 3 people waiting outside. It does look like 2 of them are some kind of guard. The one that isn't obviously sort of armed, they've probably got something somewhere, but the one that isn't obviously armed is a woman, and then there's 2 other folks behind them. It seems like they're all belters. You can see the neck tattoos or the face tattoos, that kind of stuff. They all seem to be from, or at least have different faction, or you can't see the faction on them. It looks like there's a few different folks here. Let me see. You could, and there will be a focus for this, won't there? Because this is the Expanse, and they love things like that.
Focus for everything.
Focus for everything. Let's see if it says in the PDF.
And talents as well.
Talents, lovely talents.
And if we ever get far enough, specialization.
Oh, yeah. It doesn't. Let me just look in the book. Throw keys on the floor. Make clattering noises. See if we recognize her.
So are we going to let the talkie man do the talking?
Just between us, I'm not exactly super au fait with these OPA guys. I say we let the captain do the talk, yeah?
Okay, but as long as you're there to back him up when he trips over his tongue or something.
Right.
Yeah,
When I cock this up, I need you to step in, man.
Anderson Dawes is hardcore OPA, man.
I think I might stay on the ship if that's the plan.
I was going to say, maybe you and Foley might want to stay put until we've done the hello bit, at least.
Oh, you think I should keep the Earth Boy on the ship? Yeah, maybe.
Just for the short time, just so that we can say,
All right. So if our OPA, our belters, our born and bred belters, would like to make an intelligence current affairs roll.
In other words, an intelligence roll.
Wow. Oh, I love it.
This would be target number 14.
No.
we're not nothing.
You not know nothing.
Oh.
No, you can't recognise Lev has not seen these.
I got an 8.
An 8. Yeah, no, you're not sure what factions are represented here. If these guys are just Sirius Station or not. They're just OPA. Just OPA.
So I need to.
Yeah.
Do you OPA people not have like a database of logos or something? You know, do you have to get this like brand approved? How does this work?
Yeah, but you can have a database of logos and they'll be out of date by tomorrow.
Well, that's not very useful then. That's an out of database.
Yeah.
Is it like Scrabble? Can you just add letters onto other acronyms?
Ah, that would be brilliant. Oh man, can you imagine?
They've got smart tattoos, so they can just change from one day to the next. As the
Oh,
land
that's
shit.
good. I like that. I think I'm going to start MASA. Mars Aeronautical Space Agency.
Massa. Okay.
Yeah.
As a faction of the OPA.
No, I'm going to start my own thing.
Okay, sure. As
I should go to the door.
as Isaac begins founding his own space agency with one stolen ship.
I've got the ship, you know, it's a start.
It's the beginning. Everybody has to start somewhere.
Oh, I know where there's a communication buoy thing that no one's really paying attention to. I could go make that part of my network.
Yeah. So is Isaac and Foley are gonna stay on the ship, and then Lev and Raf are gonna head out into Ceres. Is that the plan?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if
Initially, I might give them a shout in time to come with.
yeah, if the coast is
Depends
clear,
on-
then I'll go out.
How oppositional people are going to be to us.
Okay.
Foley, you can show me the engine. You've been talking about it so much. I'd love to see it.
Yeah, come on down.
Yeah. All right. So we open the airlock. The sort of strangely stale but familiar scent of Ceres, because we've been here before. Out to
Recycled air,
Saturn.
man.
Get the eyes back to Ceres, and yeah, we take a deep breath of that air. But it's been a while since we've been here. And one of the things we notice as you sort of open it is you can see that these folks are very blatantly OPA belters, and they're in charge. Like, they're holding themselves slightly differently than it was previously governed by Star Helix. It's an Earth core kind of thing, but these folks, they've got OPA on their jackets, and they're stood there with a couple of rifles. And this woman, she looks at Lev and Raf, and she's like, Where's Rourke?
Oh, yes, sister. That's a big, long story. Happy to tell you all about it. But, I've got to make sure that my people are safe.
Likewise. Is she not here?
She dead. Short version.
And the
Last thing she did was give me the keys to the ship.
one of the guards looks at the other guard and is like, is this dude for real? Kind of thing.
Are they reaching for their weapons?
No, there's very much like they are armed. They're carrying weapons, but he just looks at the other guard in a. Did he just tell us that Rourke was dead? Kind of thing.
I'm going to peek out nervously from behind Raf and show them my hands and go, it's easy, Barat. No, there's just been some personnel changes. It's complicated.
Look, Claire was important to me as well.
And the woman nods and says, "Oh yeah, we know about promotion in the OPA here."
We brought her home. Okay, she on the ship, and we got other stuff on the ship that we need to show to. Fuck, I don't know who's in charge. I guess Anderson Dawes is in charge because
Governor
we're
Dawes
stood
is
here.
in
You got
charge of
OPA.
all of series.
You got OPA on your jacket, which is nice to see. And I'll make sure that they catch a glimpse of the. I got my OPA tat just there.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I'll weakly raise a little slender fist and go, for the belt, okay?
For the
And then
belt.
just got to hide back behind Raph again.
And the other two guys kind of do like, for the belt, like out of reflex, yeah. Oh, yeah. But come on, Beltalowda. Sounds like there's a lot to get to and a wake to get started.
There's
and
a big story in it.
And she sort of, I think she'll probably come over and put her arm around you, Raph. As clearly you're the big dude in charge. She'll put her arm around your or up to your shoulder, and then begin to kind of push you forwards in a "you better come," but also I'm smiling kind of thing.
Yeah, I'll go.
I'll
probably put an arm around her waist as well.
Yeah, she introduces herself as Karina. Sorry, not Karina, Katrina. And she leads you through series.
Raph, this is Lev.
Yeah.
Oh yay!
Oh yay! And they introduce. You see familiar sights around series, but it's almost like if there was an Earther business or something that was to do with Star Helix. Suddenly it's been promoted into a Belteran. Like there's been a definite shift in power, and you can see stalls and like street carts selling red kibble, blue kibble, whatever other color kibbles that are made. Spicy noodles, tofu, and that kind of stuff everywhere. Bars and things that have OPA sort of faction sort of symbols on them, like in the windows and that kind of stuff. Like people have sort of marked, like, you know, this collective is here and we're going to have this bar and that kind of thing. So even among like belters, there's still this kind of fraction. They lead you through the sort of main Medina onto one of the carts. As you enter one of the little transit tube carts, everybody sort of clears out. Like there's a very sort of like, oh, okay, you guys are taking it. Yeah, it's okay. We'll catch one of the other ones, sort of thing. And you find yourself in this transit cart with just the 5 of you, sort of thundering through the darkness of Ceres. You head into a place that you've probably never been on Ceres before. And it's this white, clean, bright center of the station. You can see they've got grass and trees and stuff here. It's like, are we allowed in here? Would have been
Shit, they actually do got grass in here.
Yeah, real
Fucking
grass.
hell.
Real grass. They lead you through and into a lift which rises up so you can see this beautiful area.
What's wrong with that bit of grass? It's a different colour to the rest.
We could steal the water.
Yeah.
Mess with the agua.
Mess with the agua. Yeah. She laughs. She's like, we thought we found where they were doing it. We thought we found the pipes. Seems like some belters just can't resist. Even when we're giving it to them at cost. Yeah?
Cost still costs more than free, doesn't it?
Well, yeah, but we don't get water for free out here.
No, I know. I was on an ice freighter. Shipping
Things
the
are gonna
ice.
get tight now that ice ain't coming.
So you know about the bounty.
Yeah, we know about that. Anyway, she leads you to that, and you can see it's got Ceres Governor on it. His door opens up, It is a huge space. Like, for folks who are used to small ships or stations, like confined space, this is like opulent in its use of just space. Assigned, like negative space. Like, you've got space to walk from the door past some couches to a desk, and just space without use, which is a luxury most folks don't have.
You
And
could fit like a whole family in this one office.
yeah, you could probably fit 2 or 3, like, for most. And behind them, you can see there's a window that shows you like down, so you can see the reflective sort of greenish light outside. And sat at the desk is the face of the gent you saw on the video, on the message, asking you to come to Ceres, reminding Claire where Ceres is, and also in there adding in some extra information. He looks at you all, and he says, "Thank you for coming as soon as you docked. Welcome. And I am sorry to get right down to it, but I would rather avoid any further damage to our relationship. If you'd like to sit."
I immediately go and sit like an obedient dog.
Coffee is brought over by someone who previously has appeared through a side door kind of thing. There are some biscuits and that kind of stuff. He looks at you both and he says, "Where is my dear friend Claire? We had some arrangements that was benefited us all in the belt. Very well. The more you fill a bowl, the more you can take. And now I'm
Mr. Dawes,
finding
please
my
don't kill
bowl is
me until I
empty."
get to the end of the explanation. All right? Because I'm not great with words. That's Lev's job.
He looks at you, Lev, like, should you be doing the talking?
He should not be doing the talking, no. Me and Claire go way back. We had a thing for many years, but she's dead now. We got her body on the ship. We brought her back because I thought you might want to see her, because you might want evidence or proof. Shit out there is fucked. It's the short version. The whole of this business is a mess. So me and Lev but I'll tell you now, I've left them on the ship, but we got an Urta and a Martian as well.
And he leans back at that, like he's thinking. Yeah,
Just hold off until I've finished before you make any decision, because
I just say, but they're good people. They're good people. Yeah, we just got off the bounty, and
it all come together.
The captain tell you.
It all come together in the end. So we were all on Abzu's bounty. Lev was, what were you doing, Lev? You were like comms officer or something.
Yeah, comms man. I just listen. I just talk. I'm not. Yeah, I don't.
The Martian, he was like third watch pilot, and the Earther, he's like a low grade engineer kind of guy, and I was an ice jockey.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I've been laying low a little bit, got into some trouble on Palace. And you know what those Earth Corps are like. I thought I'd take a couple of months to head out to Saturn, get the ice, fly to Ceres.
Mm-hmm.
So I was running as an ice jockey. You might have heard of me. I've got a couple of records for speed running on stations and things like that. Anyway.
He looks at someone like, should I know this?
Probably not.
You see him.
Do you know who I am?
Looks at somebody behind him, behind you both, and they obviously go, and pull up a term like, should we know who this person is? The kind of thing. And he just sort of nods a bit.
So we're on the Abzu's bounty, yeah, and shit goes crazy. We get a call. I get told to take a drilling crew out and to drill out some fancy ice sample. what's got this blue stuff, black stuff in. It was black stuff when we found it. It
So
goes blue later.
You see him sort of sit back up again, like do the whole sort, and then he like leans forward when you
Yeah.
start
We know the
talking about
whole story of the goo stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So I drill this out with my team. Meanwhile, the Earther, he's been asked to put a fridge in the gun locker. We store it in the gun locker. We seal it up. End of story. All the Earthers, they're getting well cagey. There's messages going backwards and forwards to Earth really, really quick. Like, see, Lev, he spots some of these messages pinging backwards and forwards. And then there's another one from one of the other guys. He's pinging out to this weird little nowhere satellite in the arse end of nowhere. And then boom, Claire's there on the Anne Bonny.
Mm-hmm.
And she shoots this Belter guy who was a dick, frankly, to be honest with you. So he's no great loss. And she says, come with us if you want to live. And she don't fuck about, does Claire. Now, we broke up. We had a bit of a row. So at first she locked me and the rest of the boys up. But we made our peace. We helped out with what we could with this weird black and blue shit. So she says, okay, we can go with her on to Prometheus for the trade-off to hand this stuff over to the fools. I guess the fools, their job is to bring you the stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So we got handoff against handoff. So we get there, we meet the fools. Somebody tells the fools they got to kill us. And then before the fools can kill us, and we just got more talk down, Lev manages to convince the fools that they don't want to kill us, that loose ends aren't loose ends when we Belter.
Mm-hmm.
Just as that all calms down and we're about to do the trade-off, some Black Book Mars ship in your load of bullshit crashes the party. They start shooting. They got gunners up in the rafters. They got gunners coming in the doors. They kill everybody on Prometheus. The whole station, absolutely gutted. They spaced some. They vented atmosphere. They shot anybody that got in their way. And we're caught in the gunfire. All right, so they get in, they take the blue sample, they killed the fools, they killed all of the crew of Anne Bonny, and we're left, there's like the four of us and one fool. And Claire is dying, she don't know anybody else. I'm the only person she knows who's left on the station, so she gives me the codes to her ship. Says we got to get out of there.
So it seemed
We
to
get on
me,
the ship and we fly away. But while we're flying away, we think, where's this message come from? How do these people know about this stuff? So we decide to go out and investigate this ComSat array that's out there in the belt. We head out that way. We get your message while we're en route. We're like, shit, I don't want to go talk to Anderson Dawes without some solid evidence to actually back up the shit we're talking about, because everything out here is just mental right now. So we go to the ComSat array, we dig around in there. There's some corporation that are sent to erase all of the data. The inside of the place has been smashed up. There's like computer equipment and research equipment. And it looks like somebody's been trying to do some studies on fuck knows what, because I'm not a scientist. That's what the Earther guy is good for. And the Martian, he's good at that too. All right, so long story short, that's the version of it. That's the quick version. Now we brought Claire. She back.
Mm-hmm.
The rest of the crew, I gave them proper burial out in space, but I kept Claire because I thought you'd maybe want to see her, say your own goodbyes,
Mm-hmm.
give her a proper Belter send off. I also brought back one of these black spacesuit special agent bastards. I killed two of them, broke his face with my own head.
Ah, yes. Best percussive maintenance tool a Belter has. He laughs.
Look, I'm a fighter. I'm OPA. I don't like the shit that's going down. I don't like the way they're treating us. I was trying to lay low, trying to keep quiet, but fuck that shit. This whole system is screwed, man.
He nods. He says, how much do you know about what happened on Julie Mao with And he just gestures out to space.
We don't know a lot. We were on our way to Saturn to get to ice when all of that shit went down. Now, Claire's crew, they said our Earther, he's like a Julie Mao. All right, so we figured that's a good thing.
Well,
but what we do know, we heard the music coming out of, I forget the name of the station out of character. Eros. We heard the music coming out of Eros. We know that some shit went down there. We know this black tar, blue goo stuff is involved, but we don't know how. And we know it's been stolen and taken away by these black op guys. And that they're doing a very, very thorough job of cleaning up their trail.
Well, either that stuff you digged out of the ice is more of what happened to Eros, or it's just as important as it, because it seems those inners, they're all fighting over it.
Two ships destroyed.
Nervously, like a kid in class. Can I speak?
And he looks at you as like, yeah.
Okay, so it seemed to me that you made an arrangement with Claire and with the Three Fools, yeah, to arrange delivery of this blue goo. Now, I don't know what it is. I don't want to know. None of my business, okay? And you're probably wondering where it is right now. And we come to you with this story. It sounds a little hinky, maybe. It seemed to me that maybe, these black ops guys that Raph tell you about, okay, we think maybe it's this Vector Security. They the black ops dudes. They got your shit. We don't got your shit. What we have, we got, like Raph say, we got one of these black ops guys. He dead. He full of holes now. Maybe you can identify that equipment where he come from. You see Claire, bless her memory, man. She gonna have bullets in her. Maybe you could maybe get forensic dudes. I don't know how that should work, but you could.
I don't think you're going to find shit. I think they're using stealth tech and black ops shit, and it's all going to be untraceable. But what we do got is we got recordings, we got telemetry, we got satellite messaging, we got forensic computer shit now, that we pulled together. All of that is yours.
Claire didn't mean to blow up the bounty, okay? She just wanted to cripple it, go take the stuff. She not crazy axe murderer. But these Vector guys, they working with this Mitchell dude on our ship, yeah? This Mitchell dude, he working with Vector. He put some shit in there which make the whole thing go nova, okay? So these guys, they don't give a shit about the belt. They kill Prometheus, they kill the bounty. They want that shit. And I think, here's my fear. They want to pull another Eros. They don't want that shit in the hands of the belt.
Whatever they're planning, the first thing I need to do is offer you my hospitality for the next couple of days while we look at everything you have brought for us.
I feel super nervous at the idea of being offered hospitality. Does he say like hospitality? Or does he actually seem to mean it? Am I going to end up in an OPA interrogation cell is what I'm trying to figure out from his look.
All right. Why don't you make a communication either bargaining, I think it would be bargaining or expression, depending on.
Well on that, what's that? 11, 4.
Totally not considering that in the slightest.
Target number 14. 15. All right, cool. So it's one of those. It's one of those kind of. I'm going to treat you nicely until I know I have to treat you badly sort of situations. Like he'll offer you hospitality, and in fact he goes on to say we should arrange a wake. Claire was a captain. She may have only had 2 ships, but
wait, she had 2 ships.
And he says, yeah.
She only had one when we were together. Good on her.
He says, the Anne Bonny and where is it?
So she was actually a Commodore if she had a fleet, even
Yeah.
if it was
The
two.
Anne Bunny and the Mary Read.
Good for her. Look, you notice we changed the transponder and the name of the ship.
He says yes, and if my crew, my docking crews are as good as they think they are, they also say you could probably use some patchings and
They'd not be wrong.
a little bit of repair, maybe
But we name
inside
it
and
both
out.
after her and for this history thing where like a small scrappy group ended up fighting against a big whole lot of fighters and coming out on top.
And he nods. He gestures to the belter behind you all, the woman who led you up. He says, "Get my new friends of the Rorke's Drift some rooms on the station. Let them know everything they want in the next couple of days is on me, the governor of Ceres. And my friends here said they would get me some data. So if you could arrange for that." And she nods. She's like, "Yes, boss man." And it seems like at this kind of point he's like, "All right, go and do what belters do, which is probably eat lots, drink lots, and let's see how truthful you are." Kind of thing.
Okay, well, I'll come back to the ships then. Hey, Van, you there?
What? Ah, sorry. I was just trying to put my head in the engine, but Foley won't let me.
So there might be something different you say. So while you're while you're chatting with Anderson Dawes, where have you headed? So when they leave with these belters, the airlock closed. You go down to see Foley in the engine room. What do you do?
I'm gonna lock the airlock.
Okay.
Like double hatch that, just to make sure. I might have a little chat with our hangar people, maybe get some refueling going on, and then stroll down and see Foley.
Okay. Yeah. So the docking kind of stuff is like, okay, we'll arrange for that. They ask for like accounts and that kind of stuff, and you know the sort of they're ready to bill you kind of thing.
Yeah, I thought they might be.
Yeah, that kind of stuff, straight up ready to bill you. But they initiate that kind of stuff and set you on. They ask, do you need water and air and as well as fuel? About like any, we'll get you in touch with the dock hands if you need any other bits. And they start that kind of conversations. And you head down to see Foley. Are you sticking eyes on things, Foley, or are you just sort of pottering around in your engine room?
Just pottering around. There's lots of bits and pieces to tweak and fix up, and I feel Lay's helping me out as well. So we're just tinkering, tidying up because it was a mess. It's got to be tidy.
Oh
yeah, it's got to be, especially when we pull some serious G. You got all of your stuff. It's got to be all tidied away. So the engine, does it go faster because of the eyes? I've been meaning to ask. Because I feel like it was faster the last time when we were chasing that little rockhound thing. I felt like we had a bit more juice. It was nice. I liked it.
No, that was because I was optimizing this manifold here.
Oh, that's a manifold. Okay, and what does that do? It folds man?
Yeah, it stops the Epsteins getting out of the drive.
Oh, okay. The little Epsteins, they got to stay in there and do the running down the wheel. Yeah, okay.
Yeah. What do you reckon? Do you reckon they're going to kill us?
Well, that's why I'm on the ship. We got better guns here.
I hadn't thought of
that. But if they want to, then yeah, they will. Hopefully, the captain won't fuck it up.
Quite like Ceres.
Well, maybe if he doesn't fuck it up, then we'll actually get to get off the ship and get a decent drink, because I've had enough of this algae gin shit.
Turning your tongue green.
It's never going to be the right colour again.
about say 20 or 30 minutes. Can you make me a perception hearing test?
You mean a perception test?
Yeah. TN 14.
Oh, okay. So we roll the dicey things, the clackety math rocks, 3 of them,
Math rocks.
and then we add whatever modifier we might have, and whatever focus we might have, and whatever talent we might have. And we
13.
don't...
No doubles.
No
You're
doubles.
gonna spend some.
I'm going to spend a fortune point though to get 14.
All right, cool.
That's good because I've got 8.
So there's a moment where you're pretty sure, Foley, you hear a door like further in the ship. You know, the sort of like, it must be one of the airlock doors, like the internal kind of. I always think of them as the Titanic doors because that's
Bulkhead.
the bulkheads. That's it. You hear one of those sort of close, and if Raph and Lev had come back, you would have heard them at the main airlock, or they would have said hello. And it's just one of those things where you're like, was that? I don't know if you think about ghosts at all, but there was definitely a thing happened.
Isaac, do you and Lay's
What?
right there? I just had a bulkhead go,
What?
but an internal one. I think there's someone else on the ship.
Okay, we need to get your big spanner with the googly eyes. I'm gonna go get
Big
a
spanner.
gun. Get my shotgunny rifley thing.
Lay,
Okay,
stay
okay,
here.
let's just section the ship slowly.
Okay.
I'm going to stay behind Isaac as I go.
All right. Okay. So you're gonna send Lay and Isaac first.
I
We're
think
gonna
Lay's
lay
probably
behind.
staying. Leaves Lay behind, I think.
All
Yeah,
right.
guard the Epsteins. Don't let them out.
He's like, yeah. I'm a fridge technician, pal.
Yeah, just lock the door after us, okay?
He does that. So we're gonna do like a cautious advance up the ship to try and see if we corner anyone.
Yeah, we're just gonna try and do it section by section, sweep. Clearly, I'm using my tactics, my Martian mandatory tactical training.
Yeah. Good plan, man.
Yeah, I go in through the door low. Foley comes in high with his big spanner with the googly eyes.
Just stumbling along behind him.
Okay.
God, you're a big earther. I mean, you got like muscles and stuff, yeah?
Yeah, I do.
Just growl at them. It'll work.
All right. So as we're making our way, we like just growl at them. Come on, you can do it, Foley. You hear a little further up the ship, the main airlock open, and there's definitely like the sound of like clunk, 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 a couple of mag boots. Even though we don't need them, you probably only have like 2 or 3 pairs of shoes because shit's expensive.
would you
Clunk,
need more?
clunk, clunk out the airlock. Somebody's been on the ship and they're running away.
Ah, bollocks.
What do you wanna
Donkey
do?
balls.
Donkey
We're
balls.
gonna chase after the little fucker.
All right, so we're all chasing after them.
Yep, I'm going to take my lead from Isaac. I'm just going to follow him.
All right, cool.
I'm not going to think to look at the cameras.
Why would we do that? It would be like sensible.
So you just go and then you start running. Okay. So this is gonna be, and if anybody wants to follow along, this is the Chases Action Encounters section, chapter
Yay!
5 in the core book, as we're gonna do a chase.
I was expecting to do a chase in the
It's
spaceship.
only 3
not
stunt points
out
to
of
do
the
an attack
spaceship.
on the move.
Oh, well, let's hope we get good stunt points. All right.
You flip to the chases bit. Explosives, vehicles in combat. There we go. All right. This person who's running, you see like quite stocky. Back of their head's got like a bob of blondish hair, and they're just sort of like booking it. They're just shooting off through the crowds. People are like, "Hey, hey, sort of thing.
Oi, stop! Stop that strangely stocky blonde person.
It's stocky like Eartha stocky, or just a big belter stocky?
Probably Eartha stocky. So we have this is a target number 11 dexterity running test
Ooh, goody.
to try
Off
and
the
get
running
them.
bit, but otherwise goody.
Okay, they get doubles.
Do I get anything for triples?
Oh, you got a triple.
I've got 555.
What?
I
Plus my dexterity is 2, so 17.
I think when they were playing a version of this system, like the age system, because it's what the Expanse was in Will Wheaton's game, the Ashes of Volcana stuff. They were saying like if you got triples, you could do like a thing people would remember forever.
A mega stunt.
No, not like a mega stunt, but like an event, like depending on what stunt you pick, like everybody will remember. Hey, remember that time the Eartha did the thing in the Medina when they did the stuff? Were you there for that? That kind of thing.
There's a 5-point stunt called Shortcut that adds +2 to your chase total.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Because that's the other thing. Part of the first one to get to a success threshold of 10 is the victor. So if she gets to 10, it's a lady. If she gets to 10 before you, she's gone. And if you get to 10 before her, you've caught her. So how did you do, Foley?
So I got 17.
17.
Whoa!
I got 5 on the drama day.
So you're 5 of your 10. You're halfway there. You're catching up
Damn
with
it.
them. How did Isaac do?
I got 14. I got a double, and I got 2 on my drama die.
All right. Okay. So you're on 2. She gets
Just pushed past these.
yeah. So she
Use those muscles. Come on.
yeah. She's not making it. She's only on a 4 for her threshold. But you want to spend your points, your stunt points, on taking a shortcut.
If that gives me +2 to that success total, then yeah. So I'm gonna
You
see.
want 7 instead of 5.
Yes.
All right.
So if there's like a staircase up, I'm gonna like jump up off a
Duck into a
banister so I
shot.
can
Well,
dive over.
This is, I guess, the point where we can steal a little bit from another show, another system, and say, like, because you rolled triples, is it this where the Eartha like ran up some stairs and then jumped and rolled into the middle of the Medina, like catching up with someone? Do you steal someone's bike or skateboard and thunder
Please
down
steal a
the...
bike.
I could say there was a large drone flying overhead, so I went up the stairs to grab the drone for a little bit of extra lift to
swing off it.
Oh,
kind of airwalk a few extra feet to get over some people.
All right, yeah. So everybody watches as this Eartha like runs up. We know he's an Eartha because he's slightly bigger built than all the other.
I was watching videos of Raph and his glory days of his space station parkour and being, what would Raph do?
He run up the side of this like level, leap over the edge onto a drone. The drone sort of drops you down a bit, brings you into, everybody ducks out the way. You can see people with their pads like, what the, you see that Eartha, that kind of stuff? Oh, I'm gonna buy that like, I'll buy you a drink, Bretna, kind of thing, as they run down the concourse. This blonde woman looks over her shoulder, looks at you, staggers a bit, and then runs again. Isaac, do you want to spend your 2 stunts on something else? What have we
If I
got?
can find something
Follow the
useful.
leader.
Yeah, I was looking at that.
Yeah. Spend 2 points to chase them into a chicken coop.
See, that would be funny.
Space chickens.
Depends whether I could stack them.
What do you mean?
I might just go with
Use
punch it.
Yeah, I was going to say let's punch it. Yeah.
I'll go with punch it. I'll use both.
All right. So you just power through. You just charge.
Yeah, this Earth is showing me up. You know, he's just he's taking the piss now.
Fine. find you have to like force your way through people who have stopped to look at the guy.
I have a shotgun!
Everybody is like, oh gosh, all right, look. And some folks just like step back and go, oh, okay, there you go, man.
Thank you.
She went
Very
that way.
kind. Okay,
Kind of
good.
thing.
Thank you. It's very helpful.
All right. Second roll is she's just not managing to break away. She's going to redouble her efforts.
Damn.
Oh, she got doubles again. Okay.
Oh, man. Keep rolling low on that stunt dice. 10, 14, 16, 18.
18. Nice.
I think I stacked the landing as I came
Oh,
off that
no.
drone.
Oh, you got to bend the knees. Now we're back in gravity, man. You got to take that into
Yeah.
account.
Spin gravity getting you.
I got 8.
8 total. All right, so
Oh, that's going to hurt.
yeah. You are no doubles?
No.
No, okay. So 8.
Got a 4, a 1, and a 3.
What is your stunt dice though?
3.
3.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. 3. So that would put you at 10.
So do I land on?
All right.
Oh, you
Let's
just land on
Let's
her.
find out
Yeah.
what Isaac did. Let's find out what he did.
I got 18 and I got 2
All
on
right.
my stunt. Again,
Sure.
no doubles.
Okay. So she is like running. You can see folks are like, oh, I'm gonna buy him a drink, and then you see because like folks are rushing in to get to Foley. She's all sort of caught up. Somehow, perhaps Foley shouts like, "Stop her!" or "Wait!" Makes something up that gets their attention, or at least the crowd around you. And she's got nowhere to go. And you manage to catch up to her. Do you want to try and jump on her, or how do you stop her? What does Foley do as Isaac kind of catches up eventually?
I want to try and throw Miss Spanner at her legs
Oh, okay.
to trip her.
Sure. So
Throw it, just scoop it.
Yeah.
That way you've still got it in hand.
If she's in range, just kind of trying to tangle it in between.
All right. So there's folks crowding in. You swing out and sweep her legs from under her, clunking to the floor. Boomf, kind of thing. There's a scrabble. There's a shouting and that kind of stuff. And eventually, when people just see now, it's not like somebody doing cool parkour. It's just two earthers having a bit of a scrap. The crowds are just like, oh yeah, kind of thing. Isaac, you sort of you arrive up as Foley is scrapping with this blonde earth woman on the floor, and she's shouting and screaming, and there's all kinds of chaos going on. She sort of tries to kick Foley in the face. She's like, "Let me go! This is get off!"
What are you doing on our ship?
Just gonna tap her with the end of the shotgun and go, "Hello."
She goes, "Oh, listen, it's not what you think."
Oh, is it not now?
No, I hope
Why
not.
don't we go back on the ship and you can tell us what it is then?
Why don't we look? We could just go for a drink, and she just points at like the nearest open place. A couple of drinks, and I'll explain everything.
Everything? Can you
Probably.
explain Foucault's paradox to me?
No.
Well, then you can't explain everything. Don't overpromise.
Well,
He's from Mars.
right. Listen, I was just, look, it's just work, man. I was just trying to get paid.
Okay.
Could do with a drink, Isaac.
Well, this is true, actually. I would like to drink something other than the algae gin. So, I don't know. Foley, do you think you can keep a hold of this fine young, I think, lady? Lady?
Yes.
Okay. Do you have a name, lady?
My name is Shira.
Well,
Shira.
Shira.
Yeah, that's how she introduces herself. Like,
It's impressive. You took out She-Ra in one hit.
Oh, that's quite amazing.
Very winded.
I'm gonna call you Battle Cat from now on. From the
Yes.
historical dramas, you remember
Right.
those? Yeah.
Let's get up.
Okay.
He's struck
all
by
right.
the arm.
yeah, you hoist her up.
If you don't behave yourself, my friend here is gonna put googly eyes all over you.
And she's like, really? You can get googly eyes out here? I haven't seen them since I was on Earth.
Okay, you two can bond over googly eyes later. I want to know what's going on.
Make googly eyes at each other.
Yep.
She gestures to a bar, and I guess this is the point where Raph and Lev radio the ship, and Lay goes, there was somebody on the ship and they've run away.
Sorry, they're not here right now.
Yeah.
Would you like to leave a
You
message?
mean there was somebody on the ship?
Well, Foley said he heard somebody closing a bulkhead, and I should stay and guard the Epsteins. I'll explain later. And so I'm in the engine room, and I think, well, I've cycled through some of the security cams, and I can't see them on the ship. I mean, I could go look around the ship. They might be dead somewhere.
No, stay on the ship. Stay on the ship, Lay. Somebody has to be there. Look, you can expect there to be some fueling crews and repair crews coming around.
Yeah, okay.
We got some evidence that we need to scoop up. Look, for what it's worth, we've got the run of the station and they're going to put us up until they decide whether they have to kill us or not.
Right. I should have just stayed on my uncle's ice hauler.
Ah, man, you'll be fine. It's good. It's all good.
This OPA stuff is just too stressful,
It's
man.
fine. You can get off here if you're done. It's not a problem.
Yeah, maybe.
But just stay there for now so that we got a body on the ship, like a warm body on the ship. Don't get killed or anything.
Try my best, Raph.
Very reassuring, Captain.
Trying my
And then
best.
I'm going to calm Isaac on his personal thing.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, so I'd like one of those blue cocktails. Farley, what are you going to have? You want a beer? I think they got beer here.
Yeah,
Remember the
they
last time you had
they
that beer?
do. Pass some
No,
beer here.
Yeah, you got to
Bubbles
have.
go weird in microgravity. I'll have whiskey.
Okay, I'll have some of your space whiskey. And Shira, what are you having?
Shira.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, Shira. And she will have some beer.
Okay, you're going to have the beer. All right then. Yeah, okay. Can we have like a booth or a table with a corner so we can squidge Shira in the middle between the two of us?
Yeah, you can find a booth. And at that point, you see, like, there's a...
Can we get some snacks
We
as
all
well?
sit on
List
one side of the
calls.
table like it's the Last Supper. Like, just
I was
one-
more thinking of like a corner. So she'd be in the corner.
in the
We'd be.
corner, and then,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
Squidging
Shira can be
her
in the
in.
corner of the booth. You can be next to her.
And I'd
Stop
like
her
some
getting out.
snacks that don't taste like food.
23 missed calls.
Yeah. You see, Raph really wants to get in touch.
Oh shit! Sorry. Okay. All right. Can I get just some shots as well? Thank you. Sorry. Hey, Raf, how's it going? You all right, mate?
What the fuck?
Well, what do you mean? What the fuck?
You stayed on the ship to make sure that you were not going to get killed, and then you go running off around the station, and then
Oh,
you don't
that's-
answer your phone. I thought you were dead.
Yeah, there was some weirdness on the ship, man. There was like this Earther girl, and she was on the ship, and then she was off the ship, and we had to chase her down because we didn't know why she was on the ship. And she's about to tell us what's going on, and she's going to tell us everything apparently. And I have a lot of questions about
Okay,
everything.
that's good,
It
but-
might take a little while to actually
Yeah,
get to
can
the
we
important
try and keep the
stuff.
questions actually relevant? Anderson Dawes says we're not going to get killed. They're going to put us up and fix up the ship for a
Okay.
little while he makes up his mind. But we need to pull all the files, all the telemetry, the drive signatures, everything we got. I
So
need it all
everything-
stuck
sorry,
on a
sorry,
drive.
boss man. So everything is on Anderson Dawes' tab? Sorry, bomber.
And they're like, yeah.
Just a little update. Everything is on Anderson Dorsey's tab, apparently.
And he does that. Oh yeah. And then
Yeah.
there's a moment where he stops, and he goes, "Yeah."
So if you've
and
actually got any real gin,
So you see
bung
him
us a
have,
bottle
like,
of that.
Conversation with it, like he turns to the other bar staff, and he's like, obviously doing the Dawes is paying for everything. Please pad the bill as much as you can, kind of thing. When they say one for you, buy a whole bottle, sort of thing. And suddenly, like, service gets a little bit better. The shots are a little bit bigger, and the beer is a little less watered down, kind of.
Okay, look, where are you? And me and Lev will come and join you.
Yes, boss man. I don't know. What's this bar called?
I don't know.
We're in the Blue Lagoon.
Yes, there we go.
I don't know what a lagoon is, but it's a blue. Foley, what's a lagoon?
It's a cocktail,
it's a
isn't
cocktail. Yeah, it's blue. I'm having several.
Yeah.
All right, we'll be there in a minute. Try not to let her escape or anything.
It's all right. We've got the wedge on the table. We've got some snacks coming. She's not going anywhere.
Yeah, snacks. That'll prevent running away. Good thinking.
Stops me running away.
Keeps Isaac in the place.
Yeah.
So Lay is guarding the ship. These guys have got some sort of spy in between them. Booze is running free. After a short while, like on the way down, as you get close to the bar, you can see that there's a couple of kids who are trying to look in the window of the bar and being like, "It's that Earther! How did an Earther do that jump? Did you see it?" And they're like holding up their pads, their tablets, and then looking over at like Foley, who's drinking some whiskey, and they're like, "Yeah, look, it's the Earther from," that kind of thing.
That cheeky little shit. I taught him how to do that.
Yeah. And as you go in, kind of thing.
Hey, Captain, what are you drinking? The blue stuff is, well, it's not green for a start.
Yeah, I think anything that's not green would be a start.
Yeah, I've asked the bar. They say they might actually have some actual gin.
I'll have some of that good Ganymede shit.
Yeah,
Want some.
they bring a bottle, some glasses. They are incredibly attentive of Anderson Dawes' ticket.
Can we not take the piss too much? I mean, I
we're
know
not taking the
that
piss.
maybe tomorrow he'll turn around and decide he's going to kill us all, and we should probably make the most of it. And I've forgotten what I was saying.
That was my thinking. He's
Can
going
we
to kill
not
us
say
anyway.
that? Can we not say that we're going to get...
Sorry, Lev. I know you get sensitive to this shit. You got to take life as it comes, my friend. Sometimes it comes very quickly.
But it's true that we don't want to take the piss yet.
We don't want to take the piss, because then if he's not going to kill us, then we don't want him to kill us.
We need to make ourselves useful to this man. He could provide
All right,
cover.
what have we got? What have we got? Who's this then?
Who is this Shira?
Who's your girlfriend, Foley?
Yeah.
This is Shida. She
Have
is
we
not
got
very
any
fast,
information
and
out
she
of
was on
her?
our ship.
Did you guys...
She can't be that
scratch
fast
her?
if you outrun her.
Did you frisk this woman before you sit down and start ordering drinks? Is
No,
she carrying
just shoved
a
a
gun? Is she
shotgun into
carrying
her
some shit
kidney.
she stole?
I thought that would be enough.
She empties out some bits and pieces. Like she's got a data pad, some like hard drive style stuff, and she's like, "Listen, I didn't know who the ship belonged to."
Well, all right, tell us your story. Tell us what's going on. And Lev, listen out for her bullshit, yeah?
Bullshit,
He's like a
right?
human lie detector. You try and pull any shit, he's going to tell us, and then Mr. Shotgun's going to have a word with your knees.
The shotgun is very chatty.
She reaches down like instinctively to sort of rub her knees.
Yeah, just try and remember what that feels like.
Yeah. She looks at your, or she looks around. She goes, "Listen, I've been stuck here on Ceres for months. I just want to get back to Earth. These OPA guys say some big fancy crew is coming in. I needed to get on the ships. They could get me the docking, the dock access to get in your airlock, all I had to do was take that, and she points at like a hard drive thing, download your flight plans, and bring it back to them.
I'm gonna slide those across to Foley straight away.
Oh,
What
man,
OPA?
I would have told you my flight plan. I'm quite happy to brag about that. You just buy me a beer.
Well, they didn't ask me to.
Look, there's like 12 OPA. There's OPA and there's OPA.
That's only 2. What's the other 10?
She says something like Voltaire's.
Oh,
Voltaire Collective.
fuck. Fucking Voltaire.
There's a few of them here.
I suppose this not the worst it could be. If it's Voltaire's, at least it's not Black Sky.
She shrugs in like it's all OPA to me.
But Voltaire's dickheads, you know, they're like fancy spy. Look at all the cool shit we can do, OPA.
Listen, they just wanted to know where you've been and what you've been doing. I just want to get off Ceres. I want to get home.
Yeah, no, we get that.
No, it's hard.
She kind of shrugs and she says, "So this is worth money, right? You've got some credits for a ticket because I've helped you, yeah?"
No, you stole some stuff from our ship, and then we had to chase you through a station, off a ship that was keeping us safe, onto possibly quite dangerous territory, and then my good friend here landed on you. So, how about you get to keep your knees?
She sort of like, but if I don't take this back to, and I guess she's looking at Foley at this point in like a, hey, we're from Earth. If I don't take this back to the Voltaire, the OPA guys, they're gonna find me and kill me.
Oh, why don't we come and have a chat with the Voltaire guys?
Yeah, I was thinking, why don't we do that?
I wasn't thinking that, but
Here's what I'm thinking, yeah? What I'm thinking is that OPA rules Ceres now. They kick out the Earthers, yeah?
Yeah.
So why would the OPA be trying to steal shit from the OPA? Something in your story don't add up.
Oh, come on, Liv. But then he can smell the truth. So if he says something don't add up, then something don't add up.
So by crossing us, stealing shit from our ship, you are crossing Anderson doors.
She's like,
and then he becomes airlock doors, not open doors.
oh.
You think
Yeah.
Voltaire gonna stand up against Anderson doors on Ceres? Why don't you tell me who you're really working for?
And
Maybe you get to keep your kneecaps.
She looks at you and she looks back over at Foley, and she desperately tries not to look at Isaac and Mr. Shotgun, and she's like, no, honestly, like, these two guys, yeah, they came, they found me in the bar. I owe some money for some I couldn't pay my bills. I needed water, right? I needed the water. And they said they could settle my debt, maybe make a little bit more. There was this big bunch of I don't mean to be rude, but your ship is a shithole. I thought when they were telling me I was going to be, some sort of fancy Earth ship or some sort of Martian thing. Like,
Hey, how many ships have you got?
none, but
Yeah. So whose ship is shittier, yours or mine?
Captain, now come on, don't take it so personally. I mean, frankly, the ship is.
Look,
it's
have you got
very
these guys'
nimble,
number?
And it's got a nice engine, and it goes places. So, actually,
I am
with
going to
the
grab her
captain.
hand terminal off the table
mhm.
and check it for recent communications.
Yeah, sure. You can just sort of like flick through kind of thing. She reaches over to kind of, and then she looks at
No,
the
no,
Martian,
no.
and she's like,
No.
Here's your gun.
Both hands on the drink.
Yeah, both hands like this.
Look, phone the Voltaire guy. Let me talk to him.
Let's just see what we see.
All right, so we scroll through some of the recent. You can see like there is a lot of like, if you don't pay your bill, we're gonna we're gonna put you in an airlock kind of thing. She does seem that a lot of her communications are like, where's my rent? Where's my money for this? Where you owe me this many credits, that kind of stuff. You that sort of thing. Like, you've been turned down for job applications. You've been turned down for this. She looks like she's in a proper shitty situation. There is the last dodgiest message, like the one you're kind of gonna assume is from that sets it up, is like, got a job for you, meet us at this part of the docks. And it's the sort of message that Lev or maybe even Isaac might have received when they're doing sort of dodgy like meters. So there's not much information. It's just from a random unnamed account, like contact sort of thing, and that's the only message that's sent. And she's like, I met them. I was to come and do this today. They knew you were gonna be here, and you scroll down, and like maybe 10-15 minutes after you docked, there is a 8-digit sort of code, the sort of thing you could tap into a terminal that would force your airlock to open, kind of thing. And just that, and she says, I got in, and she says, she directs you to like a WhatsApp or whatever, and she says there was a locker in the docks that I got, and she gestures to like the hard drive device and that kind of stuff.
So, okay.
All right, look, we need to get back to the ship, because if they've sent one person, they might send more. And Leia's on that ship on his own, and they might kill him because
We need to go
he's
change that access code.
a pointless shit.
She says, they said if I did this, I could get off of Ceres, they'd send me home, right?
You are fucking gullible.
I think
They were going to
lied
put
to
you in an airlock and space you.
Oh,
Do we know which locker she was supposed to leave this?
No, she got this stuff from a locker.
But yeah, she is. Andy's right. She's
Okay.
supposed to just put it in a locker.
Did you know who was on that ship when you went on board? Did they tell you who to expect?
No, they just gave me the docking, and she gestures to the info you got. They said just some ship. They needed to know where you've been and what.
All right, let's just get back to the ship. We can take her with us. We can hand her over to Dawes. He might want to talk
I
to her.
suggest, in fact, I'll turn to you guys and I'll say, what if we stake out that locker? What if she got
locker? I'm
something
worried
back
about
in
my
there?
ship. If they're going to send one person, they might send more. When they realize she hasn't done her job, they might go and try it themselves.
Yeah, but they're still waiting for her to go leave something in that locker.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm liking going to the locker. In cases, yeah.
I
Can
think
we
it's a risk.
remotely change the access code to the Rookdrift's airlock?
It would be something you'd have to perhaps get traffic control, like station control, in with, like a reset of it, because it's there.
Which means they got someone in station control.
Yeah, it's definitely like an inside job.
So if we reset it, they just send the reset code. I think we need to go back to the ship, and then we can phone these guys and be like, hey, you want to find out where we went? Come and talk to us.
I mean, you don't all have to go back to the ship.
no. I mean, Foley and I can hit deck.
Split the party. It's where the best stuff happens.
Yeah, I mean, you two are, well, frankly, more inconspicuous.
Well, you're not wrong there. Makes a nice change. All right, so you two head back to the ship, and you sit in the airlock.
Are we
Fan.
taking Shira with us, or what?
We could probably just cut her loose. She doesn't mean very much to us, unless you think that Mr. Dawes wants to have a chat with her.
We should get her to put something back in that locker, something innocuous that maybe look a little like a flight recorder, because they may be staking it out themselves, expecting her.
Yeah, you're not
to see
wrong.
somebody else go to that locker, then they're going to know the game is up.
Foley, can you maybe make a tracker or something with a signal?
Just whatever shit goes in that bag, man.
Yeah.
She can put the bag in, but she ain't taking that stuff that's got anything to do with our flight on it.
Yeah, but maybe we can track the bag.
While you're having
Yeah.
this conversation, she's like waved over to the bar, and she's like, "I'll have the noodles, and I'll have the chicken." Is it real
Oh,
chicken
man,
or
you
is
got
it
chicken.
I like it.
Oh,
And
yeah,
they-
yeah,
they're
we'll
like,
have the
no,
chicken.
it's tofu. And she's like, all right,
Oh,
okay,
shit.
I'll have that one. None of this kibble. I have. Is this lasagna? Is it real cheese?
Right, enough of that shit. We're going.
She's just like, yum 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 yum.
Last meal. What the hell?
Look, we discuss it on the way.
Okay.
Who wants to go where?
Well, myself and the gin are going back to the ship.
Oh, I'd better stick to the ship. I think I'm probably more useful there. But
Well, I don't know, Foley. You're better with the tech, so you might be able to tell something from what they've done. I don't know, mate. What do you feel like?
I'm taking that tech back to the ship with us.
All right. So, Lev, looks like you and me are going to sit and watch this locker then.
Okay.
Are you taking Shadow with you to put stuff in the locker?
Yeah, she can put like an empty bag in the locker and then piss off.
Okay.
She then gestures like, "Can I get this to go? Is that okay?" They figure a doggy bag of stuff.
Got any pizza? Do they do pizza? Do they do that?
Pizza, yeah, with real cheese and real wheat.
Wow.
No, they don't. It's all fake. It's all made of mushroom. It's all crap.
I don't care. I've been on the ice hauler for so long.
What was the name of the Karina, wasn't it?
Yes, that was her.
Have we got a comm channel for her?
Yeah, I suspect you would be able to get in contact with her. Like
I might try and give her a call.
She's probably left you like some sort of contact and like, go back to your ship, get what you need for your stuff. We'll arrange to come and collect the data, that kind of thing. Like, give you some time to sort some stuff out.
But while you're on the ship, rip a copy of everything for Anderson Dawes. I'm gonna call our contact and see what we can arrange.
Okay.
So our our Earther, because everybody else isn't human.
No, clearly not.
We'll leave ourselves out of this.
Beep, boop, 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 boop,
Elves,
boop, boop.
elves on the belt, robots on Mars, and humans on Earth. That's it now. So our Earther, she's gathering up like the takeout bag, that kind of stuff. She's got this bundle of stuff of whatever you're gonna get her to put in the locker, and she's like, "What? I just put this stuff in the locker and go."
Maybe
You know they're going to kill
the
you,
locker
right?
and then maybe head back to our ship. The guys would probably like to have a little bit of a talk with you. I'll keep this. I've got her terminal. I'll keep and stick it back in my pocket. Like, I'll keep this in case you decide to go elsewhere. Yeah.
Okay.
Frankly, you'd be safer on our ship with Foley and Van than you would be on the station.
Okay.
Oh.
That's not saying much.
Yeah, if you've got like skills, then we could probably make use of you. We're a bit of a ragtag crew anyway.
Well, I guess I'm okay with computers and stuff.
You should say, I'm a pilot. And then he's actually go, fuck off.
Ah, fuck it. Say
To the
goodbye
airlock
to your
with you.
fingers, never mind your knees.
I can make myself useful.
Okay, we'll go deliver the bag with
All right.
boss man, and then we can maybe talk when you get back to the ship. Okay?
Sure. So she's got all these bags of takeout food. She takes a bunch of them, and she takes most of the food out of one and puts it into this big one, and then she gets like, she looks around to see if the barman or anybody is watching. She finishes a drink and she puts that in the other one, so it's got a weight to it. She's like, yeah, and then she's like, okay, let's go. Like, clearly she's done shenanigans before. This is not an unusual kind of. She's not as honest as she might be. And so we head off. So who's going with Shira to make the drop, if you will?
Me.
All right. So
Me.
Lev and Raf. Sure.
While the other two are heading back to the ship, if that's what they're doing, and once she heads to the locker, so she's out of earshot, I'm gonna call Foley and Van and say, that's Shira. She's heading back to you, but watch her like a hawk, okay?
Oh, yeah.
I don't trust her. She could be some super spy shit for all we know. She said she's good with tech, which makes me suspicious.
Yeah, but she's
Don't
a
let
shit
her
spy,
access
isn't she?
ship system.
And I'm going to calm Karina and be like, hey, you having a problem with Voltaire on the station?
And she's like, no, I am Voltaire on the station. What do you mean, are we having a problem with Voltaire on the station?
I just got told that some Voltaire guys tried to break onto my ship.
What Voltaire guys?
I don't know, they sent some Urta.
And you hear her like, are
Two
you
man,
drunk?
isn't it? What?
Are you trying to wind me up?
No, they sent someone
put you up to this? Are you just trying to...
Look,
Is
I
this
wouldn't
some sort of
you.
weird joke because you've been hanging around with Martians?
No, I wouldn't have called you if I didn't think this was a real problem. I went back to my ship to pick up stuff so I could give you a call and come back. And I find out that my crew are being assaulted by some ridiculous two-man bitch who says Voltaire sent her to steal our shit.
Listen, we made an agreement with Dawes. Me and some of my crew are going to stay here with him. Some of his crew has gone out with the rest of the Voltaires.
Look, whatever's going on, I'm Union, okay? I'm Union OPA. I don't know what the story is on Ceres. I've been out of this shit for a long time. Why would I make this up? Why would I phone this in like a joke? It's not funny. It's not funny because somebody went on my ship and tried to steal my stuff. They put my crew in danger. And the only thing I've been told is that it was Voltaire. I don't know if it's true. It could be total bullshit. But I thought I would give you a call as a courtesy.
You keep that Earther with you. I'm coming down to your ship now.
Yeah.
And you hear, like, her probably shout at somebody, like, oi, pay attention, we're gonna, kind of thing. And then it cuts off as she's, like, putting it down. So Shira, she heads down towards, like, you know, these lockers, this sort of airport style, drop stuff off, pick stuff up kind of thing, or Amazon parcels if they have them on series with drone, you know, that kind of thing. She goes to a pad, she puts a number in, a locker opens, she puts the food bag in, she puts it in, she closes it, it probably prints a ticket or something to that, and she just kind of like looks around and heads over towards the docks, heads towards where the Rorke's Drift is.
If you're going to have to follow her and make sure she goes. Station security is going to come down and try and have a chat with her.
You call if you need backup, okay?
Yeah. But if it's going to come to a fight down here, there's only one person that can really sort it out of us, innit?
Got it, boss man. All right, I will surreptitiously follow Shira through the crowd.
Sure. So she heads off, walks away. You trying to hide from Shira, or you trying to hide from folks who might be looking at Shira?
I think I'm more going to be trying to hide from her at the moment. I don't know how suspicious I should be of her.
Okay.
But I don't see any. I don't have any particular reason to think that she would be followed.
Where is my nice list? I think it's dexterity stealth is the...
Good, because I'm really super good at that.
Yay!
Yeah.
Whereas I, on the other hand, am not.
Target number 14, just for...
Okay, well, on the dice, I rolled really badly. So it would, I've got +2 because I've got a focus in stealth. So that'd be 6, that's 12, 15.
15. All right. So you obviously just stay off her, and you realize as you're walking along and you're doing that kind of, I'll go and wait over here and I'll watch, and then I'll make a route round here and watch where you've been, that kind of stuff. She's actually quite sneaky. She's actually quite like nippy. She knows what she's doing here, because although she heads off in the direction, it's like she'll stop and then she'll wander back, and she does that kind of like, I'm a bit of a lost kind of earther routine. So it takes a while. She doesn't seem to be aware that you're following her, but she is heading towards the Rorke's Drift. And as you're kind of following along, it doesn't seem like anybody is particularly like trying to follow her. Doesn't seem like there's anybody who's out to get her. Who's watching the locker? All right, you make me a perception seeing, just to target number 12, because it's you know what you're looking for.
What's that? 1, 2, 3, 4. +4 +4 is 12. Yeah, definitely.
Okay, cool. So you sit there and you wait for a while. Maybe 10, 15 minutes go by, and
No, I got 14. Sorry.
14, all right. So yeah, you sit there, 10, 15 minutes go by, and you watch as it just looks like some sort of dock worker comes along. He looks at his data thing, plugs in some numbers, and then takes the bag out. He looks inside, and you know, like the security cameras and the things around the station, like this is obviously there's lots around. He reaches into the bag and he just holds up the empty glass, like he's looking at like he knows somebody is watching him, and he just holds up like this empty pint glass, puts it down, and like whatever half-eaten bit of sandwich was at the bottom that Shira stuffed in there, and he holds that up, and then he shakes the thing upside down and just does this to the camera. And then somebody obviously rings him, and he's having like this conversation. He's like, and like, you know, he's doing that sort of like, no, listen, there's nothing in the bag. It's not here, kind of thing. But he's doing it obviously to like the security camera. Lev, after you've been following her for about 20 or so minutes, she's making this circuitous route. You can see like there's a couple of series. They're not star helix, but obviously they've got like the jackets or whatever like stuff was left at the star helix, the security station. So they've got like those jackets, because that's what you recognize as the cops on series. These guys, they sort of obviously get a message or something, and they look around, and they do that thing of like they look up at the security thing, and somebody then rings them, and they're like, what, where? And you can see clearly somebody is trying to direct them, because you're following her, and you can see these two cops, these series cops, trying to move in, and they don't really know who they're looking for. And maybe at some point she's like put a hoodie up kind of thing, so she doesn't look like this obvious little blonde earther walking around. And you can see them looking for her. It must be, unless there's another sort of sketchy person on the station.
Well, there's me. Is she still moving towards the docks?
Yeah, she seems a little unaware.
Okay. Well, I'm going to see if I can move in closer behind her until I'm close enough to actually kind of speak to her, but without like trying to sneak up behind her, but casually. So that's going to be tricky, but I do have a talent for stealth, so.
Yeah, all right.
Sneak casual.
Yes.
Yeah, like casual.
Sneak casually. All right.
Because what I want to do, she's obviously trying to ditch surveillance, and she has been the whole time. So so that's going to be tricky, but I will see if I can kind of like saunter up behind her, and I've got my pistol is like down the back of my belt.
Yeah.
So as I get close to her, I'm just going to casually just kind of like, try and nudge it into the back of her spine and say, ship this way, is what I'm going to try and do.
Sure.
Easiest thing done.
Let's make another dexterity stealth roll. I
Okay.
think it'd be 16 now because we're trying to do it slightly casually and slightly under the noses of
but
the
I've
serious
got
cops.
what is it? I've got talent for scouting, which says I can re-roll a failed stealth test. I must use the new roll. So let's give it a go.
Cool.
See if I can roll high this time. Okay, so that would be 12 plus 2, 14 plus 4, 18.
Nice.
Yeah.
So just as she's clocked these cops have obviously seen her, and she's doing the panicked kind of like, why are the cops? I'm dealing with the OPA. I'm dealing with the guys I nearly ripped off. Why are the cops looking like they're trying to find me? Is it me? Kind of thing. And you sort of sneak up, and she's like, what? No, I'm heading to the ship. I'm going that way.
Hands down, Sistara. We're here to help, okay?
Right.
Safest place for you right now is on board the Drift.
Okay, yeah, no, I'm going that way.
Well, let me help you.
All right. And the pair of you sort of like pick up the pace and move away.
Okay. Well, I'll just lead her towards the ship.
Yeah. Isaac and Foley, you were heading back to the Drift?
Yep.
Yeah? Nobody seems to care about you. No, probably at one point there are some people are like, oh, I saw you do that jump earlier, man. How do you do it with those big bones?
Big muscles. They don't look muscly.
Smooth. That was very smooth.
And they're like, all right, yeah. And they try and like lean in for a selfie because obviously social media or whatever is still a thing.
I'm going to make horns behind Foley's head.
Yeah. So there's maybe one or two bits of that on the way, but nothing impedes you. You return to the Rorke's Drift. You key in your let me in number. You find like Lay is there at the door. He's got not as big a spanner as Foley, but he's like, oh, Raph said I should make sure. Actually, I've forgotten, but this ship, man. I thought I was just gonna have to look after a fridge for the fools. This is a big gig.
It's okay. I'm sure we've got the fridge that you could look after if you want to go do that. If that will make you calm.
I say we're back now, Leif. If you wanted to wander around the station.
Yeah, I've not been here for a little while. I might go and check out some places to crash.
I'm gonna go. For his hand, and go. Don't spend them all in one place. And I'm just gonna put a dozen or so googly eyes in his hand.
He laughs. He looks at them. He goes, "Ah, yeah," and he like fist bumps or whatever. He goes to do like the fool's sort of full kind of thing. Realizes you don't know that, and just like
A really Earther thing, like grab his hand and no idea what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Lay, we're on Governor Dawes' ticket, so when you're looking for accommodation, make sure to tell them that, okay?
He looks really panicked by that, but also like looks at you, Foley. He's like, "Is he telling me the truth? Is this true, man?"
We're gonna get in so much trouble for the amount of money you're spending.
And then he heads off with a handful of googly eyes and the newfound knowledge that Anderson Dawes is going to pay for his hotel room. So he's getting all the room service he can in the next 12 hours before someone goes, "Who are you? Why are you spending on Dawes' ticket?"
I was hoping he was going to get us all a room, actually.
Yeah. So he heads off.
Bye.
Bye. No, he doesn't do that because that's the hand he's got the googly eyes in. Bye. And so your ship, nobody else has tried to break in. Lay has not blown the ship up while you were gone.
Okay. Do we have the hard drives that Shira was carrying?
Yeah, I think you took all the stuff, didn't you?
Yeah.
Okay. Foley, do you want to actually see what was downloaded on that? Because maybe it's a bit of a double twist there that she thinks she was getting one thing but really was another.
Yeah, I'll have a look.
Yeah. Okay, you do that. I'm going to go drink some gin.
Did you drink it in the airlock with your shotgun out?
Ah, all right. Yes, Captain wanted me to stay in the airlock. All right, I'm going to stay here with my delicious mushroom biltong and my gin.
Mushroom biltong. Oh my word. That is a thing. So we're checking over the drives that she has. It will be.
Intelligence.
Yeah, intelligence, cryptography.
Okay. So
Target number
intelligence for
16.
me. Double 4. Why can't I do sums? 5, 9, 13
8 so
plus
far.
2, 15.
15. All right. So it's pretty good software on it, but you manage to kind of plug it into bits and pieces. Perhaps she's already given you a code, like part of a code or the challenge or that kind of stuff. We break in. It's downloaded like your recent flight plans, so it knows like where you've been and that kind of stuff since Prometheus. It downloads like the incoming message from doors and that kind of stuff. So it's got a copy of that. It seems to just have downloaded like the past month or so's worth of info, and just stored it.
It's weird.
Yeah.
Can I edit it?
Yeah.
So can I remove the message that Doors sent and then change the flight path so it just
You just want to
looks
go
like
through and fiddle with the data.
yeah, just so it's not what it's meant to be, or it's just scrambled or something. Just so if someone else gets hold of this thing, then it's just garbage. Just in case someone comes through and gets past the incredibly inebriated Martian.
I don't know
and then
what you're
punches
talking
me in
about.
the face and
It's
steals the
going
hard
to be
drive.
fine.
99 bottles of gin on the wall.
Oh, that would be brilliant.
Speaking of punching, though,
Yeah.
this chap who's just waved everything at the cameras.
Yeah. So he waves the things at the cameras. He has a conversation with them on the phone.
Once he's out of camera vision,
There's clearly a point where he's like got a camera or something on his phone, and he literally puts it inside the locker. Like somebody's like, "Have you looked in the locker?" And he's like, "Yes, knobhead, look," kind of thing. You know,
they
that's
accuse him of man looking.
yeah. Have you looked in? Yes, I've looked. Look, you look, kind of thing. And he's like, "No, there's a takeout bag with an empty glass and a half-eaten sandwich. We've been had," kind of thing. And he hangs up, he closes the door, he looks around a little bit lost, like a little bit like, right, what am I supposed to do now? Looks up at the camera, probably makes a gesture or something, and then kind of looks around and heads towards like a food stand or something.
I'm going to go up to him with my brass knuckles on
Okay.
and just cold cock him.
You should come up to him and just punch him.
Just literally going to walk up to him and try and
Excellent.
punch him out in a single hit.
Okay.
I'm aiming for a knockout rather than a kill.
This one time in WFRP, I tried to tap somebody's head on the floor and critted.
There is that risk.
So you've obviously thought about this. What test were you going to make?
I'm going to go for a fighting, brawling, striking style attack on him. Now, if I can get 4 stunt points, then I'm going for a knockout.
Okay.
But it kind of depends on his toughness a little bit.
All right. Let's have a look at his toughness then. Yeah.
Does he have any fortune?
No, he's not that kind of character.
Okay, good. Because if he had fortune, then it affects whether or not I can cold cock him.
No. So yeah, make your fighting brawling roll.
He is going to feel that.
It is well, his defense is 11.
Right. Well, I got 12 and a double. The double's only got 3 on it because it's double 3s.
Right.
So that's not enough for a knockout.
Well, this is what you could do. You could spend fortune to turn your stunt dice into a 4. Because you're turning a stunt dice into a 4, it'll cost you 8 fortune.
That will do that then.
And then you've got 4 stunt points, and you can just kapow, if that makes sense.
Yep. Okay, I'll do that then.
All right. So he's there. He's handing over some series chips to get some sort of noodles.
Oh, before he even gets there, like as soon as he's out of camera shot, it's just literally, and the aim was to punch him out and then catch him.
Okay.
Oh, my mate's really drunk.
All right. So you just catch him from the side. He's like looking. You can see he's doing that thing of like noodles or rice or noodles or boom.
Noodles, rice, fist in the face.
Fist in the face. Let's make a. Sleight of hand to death movements, triggers. Yeah, I think it's a dexterity sleight of hand to try and do that. I'm not saying you're trying to pinch it. It's like that. That's sort of.
No, just try and catch him in that. Oh, you're right, mate. Kind of way.
We shouldn't have had 7 gins. We should.
I'm assuming that he doesn't have a toughness of 4 or better.
No, he has a toughness of 0. Toughness and armor of 0.
Dex 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14.
All right. Yeah, I should have said a target number before, but 14 sounds good. So we clock him, and before anybody else notices, we've scooped him underneath like the thing. We've made a bit of a like oh moment. You've got he's not that heavy.
That is a belter.
Yeah.
And there's only 0.3 Gs here.
Yeah, he's not that heavy. He's not wearing any sort of like armor or like anything more than a dock worker's kind of uniform. So he's probably got a harness or something similar to what you'd have done if you were getting ready to suit up and go into space when you were doing ice work. But yeah, he's not wearing any vac suit style armor or anything. He's a regular series dude, and he just drops. You catch him, and then where are you going to take him? I'm
going to walk him back to the station, but I'm not going to go past that camera that's already clocked me once.
Okay, so you're going to take a little bit of a route back.
Little bit of a detour back around.
All right, so Shira and Lev return to the drift. Isaac and Foley are already sort of going over bits and pieces.
Who goes there?
Yeah. He's drank a lot.
What is the password?
And she looks at Lev like, sausages?
Oh, excellent. Come in.
Wait, I know password. I'm going to lean in and say, password is open the door or I take away your gin.
No, the password was sausages. But she can come in. You stay outside. You're nude.
She looks at you, Lev, and she's like, are all Martians that
Oh,
weird
that's crazy.
when they're drunk? Have I never met a drunk Martian?
Oh, I'm not drunk yet.
You never want to meet another one, trust me.
You can still see out of both eyes.
Yeah, I can still aim the point defense cannon. Smart mouth.
Foley, don't let him fly the ship like this.
Fly better luck at this than you ever will.
All right, so you guys arrive first. Maybe 5 minutes after Lev and Shira arrive, the Belter woman who originally, was at the door, Isaac, she's there. She's like, "Where's Raph?"
I'm sorry, there's nobody here of that name. You must have the wrong ship.
New ship, who dis?
And she's like, "Look, I'm being polite. I could come in there if I want. Where's Raph Buck?"
Oh, no, the supposed captain. I don't know. Lev, where's the captain?
Keeping an eye on the locker? He hasn't called in.
He's looking at the locker.
Are you going to make me wait out here, or do I have to Can I come in? I'm being as polite as I can. He said some very serious things to me on a call.
I don't think Raf is very good with women. Oh, sorry, that wasn't on mute. Lev, do you know this lady? Lev, man.
Yeah, this is Katrina, right?
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, no, it's all good. She with doors. She good people, yeah.
Okay. Some of those words don't quite go together.
Yeah, like let's play nice with the people who control the space station that we're currently on, okay?
Well, I'm drinking their gin, so it seems only fair. All right, we'll let it in.
All right, so she walks in.
I do apologise. You weren't on the list.
And she shakes her head, and she's like, and she just gestures like, is there some sort of like?
What?
Is there? What? Do you have a? There won't be an office. Do you have a mess? Should I go to the bridge?
Everything's
no,
a mess.
You can go
on
to
this
the
ship.
mess. I believe Lay is fixing the fridge there. You can keep him company.
And she nods and heads
Don't
into
tread.
your
If
ship.
there's any glowing blue goop left, don't tread in it.
Right. So she heads to the mess, and then maybe 5 minutes after that is when Raph. So you've got 5 minutes with Shira, who's a bit like, where do you want me to go? What do you want me to do, Lev?
Why don't you put her in the room that we were in when we first got on this ship?
All right, so we are gonna make her a prisoner of some kind. Like,
So I'm going to be nice about it, but I'm just going to sort of politely say that we just need to find out who she was working with, and then it's going to be good. But yeah, I don't trust her, but I also don't want to be super threatening about it. So I'm just going to be, nicely but firmly locking her in for a bit. But you know what? Whatever she's still got with her from the diner, then I'll let her keep,
oh
keep
yeah, a bag of goodies, a bag of food. All right.
Nobody ever did search her, did we? So I'm going to be like very
Not
apologetic,
really.
but like, it's nothing personal, but it's got to be done, okay?
Yeah, nobody searched us either, and we went in with like guns and knives and sharp
But
sticks and all kinds
stranger
of
on the
shit.
ship, she's already nicked some stuff from here in the first place. So I'm just going to give her a quick pat down to make sure she's not got any like hacking tools or weapons or anything.
Yeah, I think this is another dexterity sleight of hand. This is only target number 10.
Dex sleight of hand. Hang on, that dice is cocked. Okay, so that's going to be 11, 15.
Yeah, no problem. She has like a multi-tool in a pocket, which she could probably use to pry open things and rewire stuff. But she doesn't
MacGyver the whole ship.
Yeah, MacGyver the whole ship so she can control it from a tiny. No, she can't do that. But she has a multi-tool, like a thing she could probably get into wirings, and which would help her get out if she was locked somewhere.
Yeah, well, I'll pocket that.
She's like, oh, I've had that for years.
Hey, you'll get it back once we're cool, yeah?
And she's like,
enjoy your noodles.
Do you want to inspect the noodles as well? In case I've... Nah. And she just sits down on the floor and eats, yum, yum, yum.
Okay, now I'm actually envying the noodles, to be honest. But
It's all right. We can get takeout. It's fine.
Yeah.
The cities have Deliveroo.
Yeah. Deliver. It probably is. They have FedEx containers, so they probably have Deliveroo or that kind of stuff. So she's locked in the room. By the time you finish searching her down, you see this. You see Katrina, the woman you have who escorted you into Ceres, and she's like, Lev, where's Raph? You can't ring me up and tell me that Voltaire has broken into his ship. When I haven't broken into the ship at all. I'm very polite to your drunk man.
Rest easy, Sistara. There's just some confusion here. We're just trying to figure out what's what, okay? So Raph be back any second now, I'm sure, and then we get it all straightened out, yeah?
She nods. Okay. She sits down at the table. She, maybe, I don't know, is it clean? Has everybody kept it clean? What's it like in the old mess on the Rorke's Drift?
Foley's quite fastidious, and we've had a couple of weeks, so he's probably at least given it a quick wipe down.
Okay.
Yeah, I've been tidying away.
Okay. So yeah, she sits down. She looks around. She maybe is like, is that a coffee machine? And heads over to that. Once she's started to get herself some coffee, I guess this is when Raph and his drunk friend arrive.
What is the password?
I brought you another bottle of gin.
Ah, that is definitely the password. The previous password, sausages, was good, but another bottle of gin even better. Okay, I'm opening the door. Are we collecting strays now? Because we've already got the blonde
punched this guy
Earther.
out down by the locker. Also, I forgot the other bottle of gin. Sorry, man.
Well, I'm not going to let you in then.
You've just let me in. That's how I'm able to tell you I didn't bring you another
Well, I'm
bottle
not
of
going to
gin.
open the other airlock door.
Just open the other airlock door, or do you want to deal with the shitty station superintendent when she gets here?
Why is she coming here? Are we having a party? We need more booze then. Okay, I'm opening the door.
You know she's already there, right?
Okay, in you come. What now? Why do you have an unconscious person?
Oh, he's the guy that picked up the bag.
Oh. Okay, that explains everything. Hold on. I think we're going to be in the mess.
All right, mess it is. Foley, have you got any zip ties?
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay.
Can you bring me some to the mess?
Get off to the tools.
And I shall walk into the mess with my drunk friend.
I'm going to double lock the airlock, and if I can set some sort of proximity alarm for the front door, that would be nice.
So imagine you trying to do that. drunk as
Katrina,
you
you're
are.
already here.
You just stack paint tins against the door that will fall over when it opens.
Oh, that's
That's
probably
the
more
alarm.
cunning than what I would come up with, actually.
Once Raph's back, I'll go and get Shira from the lockup and bring her to the mess too, so we can all tell each other what we know.
Oh, wow,
Nice.
it's like an episode of
Okay, mate, toss my
Poirot.
zip ties over to Raph.
Yeah.
Imagine
Yeah,
if
so I'm
I
going to
was
zip tie, hog tie this poor chap who's probably just a very low level runner or
He's just
something
an errand
equally
boy.
shit.
Katrina might know who he
But
is.
he's getting hog tied and with zip ties on the floor of the mess.
All right,
Unconscious.
so we've got an unconscious zip-tied dude.
Yep.
We've got the Voltaire representative from the Voltaire Collective sat here, and she looks at you and she's like, "What's going on?"
I'm fucked if I know. I would love to know what. Bloody Alden with his bloody accent. And
I'm sorry, what seems to be the
Anderson
problem?
doors, Anderson doors,
Doors.
Anderson doors.
I'm not very good at it. I'm not going to do it.
No, but you've got to get that accent to be. Ah, there we go. Okay, I got it back. All right. So, look, I don't know what's going on either, but this surfer girl tells me that Voltaire agents told her to come and break onto my ship and steal data. She got all the kit she needs to steal data. We steal it from her. We send her back here. So we got everybody in one place. Then I watch the locker that she drops the stuff off at. And this guy, he comes to collect it. Not only does he come to collect it, but he waves it all at the cameras. The cameras that link directly to station security.
She looks at him, and she maybe goes over to him and sort of pushes him with her boot so she can like look at him better. She's like, "I don't know who he is."
Yeah, well, sorry, he's not very talkative. I punched him.
And she sits there and she's like, either somebody on this station is trying to set OPA against OPA, or one of the factions think they're smarter than us and wants to pull a fast one.
Little column A, little column B, maybe. I wouldn't be surprised with either of those choices, to be honest with you. Right now, it does feel like everybody is out to get us. We thought when we got here that this was going to be a welcome rest, but I haven't even had a drink yet.
Your Martian
Captain,
has.
oh, we could do something about that. Come on, give me
No,
your
no,
mug.
he's had plenty of drinks because he got the easy job, because he does the difficult job when we're out there.
And she sits back down and she puts her hands out and she says, Is Foley in the mess? Is Foley there? And she looks over to you and she goes, "No offense, but I feel like this is one of those situations where if it's not the OPA, somebody here just wants us all to be fighting among ourselves. Because if we were to ever sit down and do good things together, well," and she looks back at Foley like in a, "Sorry, I'm just about to slander your whole planet" kind of thing. We'd be ruling this system, not them.
Well, let's not get
Foley
cocky.
doubts that. But he doesn't say anything.
Yeah, I know, but...
We got a little bit of
Isaac
water,
and Foley
we
are
got
just
a
looking at each
lot
other
of
going,
metal,
no.
but we've not got the ships, we've not got the people. Look, I want an independent belt. I want to believe that we can make our own destiny, but right now, they're setting us at each other's throat like we dogs. Now, do I need to talk to Mr. Dawes about this? He's a busy man. I want to believe that he trusts you, and that's for a good reason. But how can we trust you when it doesn't look like anybody going to trust us? There's 5 of us. Sorry, Lay.
He's gone off the ship to get drunk.
And everywhere we go, some fucker tries to kill us.
You just gotta look at the guy you knocked unconscious.
Yeah, well, they learn a lesson, don't they? They learn it's not a clever plan to try and kill Raf Book.
Okay, so this unconscious guy, first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to go and check him to see if he's wearing any obvious OPA tats and any specifically Voltaire Collective tats. And while I'm doing it, I'll say to Katrina, "You know Voltaire, yeah? This guy, you don't know him?"
She's like, he's not one of our faction. You look, the only thing you see on him is he has a Tycho Station, like a Tycho Station crew tattoo. You know, like we've been building the Nauvoo, so we've all got a big tattoo together.
I went to Tycho Station and all I got was this shit tattoo.
Yeah, but like if I was in like the army and our regiment would all get together, like we're Tycho Team 7, we outfit the lavies on the Nauvoo, we all got drunk and got tattooed together kind of thing. That's the only sort of, aside from his, standard kind of OPA tattoos.
Well, that kind of suggests that he's Tycho OPA.
Mm-hmm.
And you're Voltaire OPA. I'm Union OPA. But there's OPA and there's OPA. We say this a lot because we got our own nations, and some of our nations are frankly assholes.
She says, you've got choices here. You could leave this with me, stay on the ship. She gestures to the dude. She goes, "I'll deal with this. If you trust me, I'll bring things back for you. We can work this all out. If this is Voltaire getting into trouble, I need to do some housekeeping, and I'd appreciate if we kept this between us. If you want, instead, we could take this to Dawes. If it is Voltaire, I'm in deep.
Look, Katrina,
someone setting up Voltaire.
I want to trust you, so we'll meet you halfway.
Mm-hmm.
You take this guy, you go clean house, do what you need to do. We're going to stay on the ship. We're going to keep the Earther. I'm not going to talk to Dawes. I will come through you, you come through me. We deal with each other fairly, yeah? I want this to be a thing we can do. And I'm going to turn on the smolder.
Oh, okay.
A little bit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is that the smolder?
It's not very good smolder, right? I can't do the smolder very well.
Blue steel.
Turn to the left.
I want us to work together because everybody else that I seem to work with recently is dead, except for these guys.
We're not
And
dead.
that's why I trust these guys, because not one of them has put a foot out of line since the bounty.
Look at the unconscious guy on the floor again.
Have we disagreed? Yeah, we've disagreed, but we've ironed out our differences and we've come to a position where we can work together. I want to believe that we can have a contact here like you on the station. Mr. Dawes is a very important man. He's a very busy man. He's got to deal with the top level of the OPA stuff. He's the governor. You're what, head of security here?
Mm-hmm.
You do your thing. Do we have an accord?
Yeah, and she, I don't know, she does some sort of OPA fist bump agreement kind of thing. And she nods. She says, give me a day, stay on the ship, and I'll be back. So there's a day of just sort of Deliveroo. Isaac drinks a lot of booze. Our prisoner pretty much paces around the room a bit. We watch her, and that kind of stuff.
I will have asked her if the unconscious guy, the bagman, was the guy who hired her to steal the stuff. Not the same guy.
No, she claims she's never seen him before. Would you like to make what would it be? I want to call it.
I want to call it an insight check.
Yeah, but it's not one of the communication ones, is it?
I don't know. Would it be perception of some sort?
Perception.
Yeah,
I would
it'd be
have
a
thought.
perception.
Well, I don't have any focuses in that, so I'll just roll perception.
Oh, it's perception empathy. That's it.
Okay. Well, that would be 10 plus... It'd be 11 total for me.
Ah, if she was better at this, which she should be, but it doesn't help when two of your dice roll ones.
Ooh, telling us bibs.
So she looks over him, and she's like, I think probably she says, yeah, he's the one I met at the docks, kind of thing. Like, she tries to point the finger at him, and she's like, where did you find him? Did you catch him? Does he have my credits? Kind of thing.
Oh, that's the point. Does he have any credits? Because we'll have them.
But wait, but do I believe her or not? Do I think
No,
she's lying?
You think she's lying.
Right.
She's like, maybe she's a little bit too quick to kind of finger this dude to say, yeah, that's him, kind of thing. Or you know, or you just spot that moment where she's like, get out. Yeah, this is my out. This is what I do. I name this guy, kind of thing. So yeah, she's lying to you. She's never seen this guy before. She's just pointing him out.
Okay.
She aside from that, do we poke her or anything else? Do we try and?
Oh, I'm going to give her a lecture on astrogation because she was very interested in our flight plan.
All right, so she falls asleep.
Well, that's just rude. I'm going to poke her till she wakes up. Go, no, you fell asleep again.
Under protest.
What you have to take into account is the gravitational mass of each and every planetary body that you're passing. Okay? You keeping up?
Yeah.
Do you want a notebook? You said no earlier, but I don't understand why you're not
She will
making
accept.
notes.
I think there's at some point where Isaac is gonna give her a notebook, and everybody's like, "Whoa, no giving the prisoner shit, man."
What's a piece of paper? What's she gonna do?
Stab you with a pencil.
Stab you with the pencil. So there is.
That's what I'd do.
There is a day.
You people are dark.
We trust the Voltaire rep on the station. There is a day where we Deliveroo in.
The longer it takes, the more relaxed I'll get, because if she's going to screw us, it's in her best interest to do it quickly.
Yeah. it's there's a day where we get Deliveroo, and there's a couple of crews that come through to sort of fit bits and pieces and work crews and that kind of stuff. Just like Dawes said, he would set up that kind of thing. Maybe there's also like a quartermaster, and they're like, you know, you need some more food and that kind of thing. There'll be plenty of
more
protein
coffee.
bars, more coffee and that kind of stuff. That kind of thing. And about almost 28 hours or so later, she returns, and she says, I have banged heads together. I have spoken, and she uses it in the same sort of tone as Raph punching somebody in the head. Spoken with members of my collective and some of the others. I don't know what's going on here on Ceres, but as you wanted trust, I've brought you some information. What you do with it is up to you. But while I sort this out, maybe you could go and follow up on your own leads. And she slides a data pad toward you, like an information thing. And as you look at it, it's got what is it called? It's got a flight plan which goes out from Ceres to Titan, and it looks like it rendezvous with a massive cruise liner, a massive space liner. She says, I know some contacts. The Rourke, the Anne Bonny, she wasn't the only ship that Claire had. I've found where the Mary Read is. They've been doing their own digging. They seem to think some earther called Pope has something to do with it. Either way, they're going to this liner for some sort of party, and there's some sort of package exchanged. If this is what they stole from you on Prometheus, maybe the Mary has found it. Maybe they're just going there to be badass pirates. But you have this, although I know Dawes, he's got something for you if you wanted to wait.
Wait, how long?
How long does Dawes want you to wait?
What's the trip like to Titan and back?
Yeah, if I have a look at the flight plan.
Where is the nice chart?
Like a nice party.
Yeah, we like a party. That's all right.
I don't know where the chart is.
The distance chart.
Oh, I found it. Travel and communications.
Yeah.
Series. What is Titan a moon of?
Saturn. Moon of Saturn.
It is 6.79 AU.
Should have distance in hours.
Oh yes, if I turn over.
But you can't calculate the Epstein drive to AU in your head.
Yeah, no, I can't do that.
What kind of pilot are you?
I don't have to do that. I have buttons I can push.
All right, if you did it at 12G, which might break some of your crew.
No!
I don't think my belter accommodates a gun to survive.
Just under 52 hours. If you did it at 7G, which might still injure some of your crew.
Do we actually have any juice on this ship?
Well, because it's only if you're constantly accelerating. So you accelerate to a point and then you stop accelerating. And
Yeah.
you keep going. So you're not. That's if you just burn all the way there. So you're constantly accelerating.
Mm-hmm.
We just do it as you get up to speed and then
So
fly.
if you did it at 7G, it would be 67.6 hours. If you did it,
It's doable as long as we've got enough of that white goo to pump
Yeah.
into us to keep us from dying.
if you
That's the
did it
juice.
at
No, it'll
1G,
do you in.
If you did it at 1G, it's 143 hours.
Yeah, that's okay. That's like a week, isn't
3
it?
days.
And if you did it at 0.3 of a G, which is what series holds at, it'd be 261.1 hours. 261.1.
Okay. Is there a date or a time suggested for the rendezvous of the Mary Read and this space liner? Because I'm just thinking, Captain, if
If they've
this-
already done it by the time we get there, we've wasted the trip.
yeah, but no, maybe if Foley can tweak the engines and I can push it just a little bit further, then we could maybe spend an extra day here, see if Mr. Dawes comes through, and then shoot off. I don't really want to burn our docking bridges into cities, you know?
No.
I don't think Anderson's going to be very happy if we just fuck off.
I think when he sees how much money you've spent, you're probably going to want to just fuck off.
Ah, that's a good point. Hello, delivery.
All right.
Yeah, that's another 6 months on an ice hauler for you.
This event, this thing
Yeah.
that the Mary Read is heading for is going to be in 9 days. If you were to burn at 1G, it'd be about 7.5 days.
Okay, so we can push it a little bit harder than that. Okay, we've maybe got a day or so in hand, Captain, and then we're going to have to go if we're going.
Well, we'll give it another day, see what comes in. If anything comes in. If nothing comes in a day, we'll make the rendezvous with the Mary Read and this cruise liner and see what's going on.
All right.
Although I'm fully expecting for there to be, a Black Ops stealth ship there.
Oh yeah, but
If we were playing a long campaign and we could do slightly more and it wasn't also getting a little bit late, I would draw this out and take it right up to the very last docking minute. Unless you go straight to Anderson Dawes, what you get from him is like, oh, we're just looking over the data. I just need to talk to these people. And it's all polite and it's all like, please enjoy my hospitality while you're here. Looks like what you're telling me is true, but I want to check out more things. And it looks like he's just sort of stalling and keeping you on the line and letting you get drunk and that kind of stuff. And
Well, in that last day, then, I want to hand over the bodies, have the wake for Claire. But I want to take some of that stealth tech gear, the spacesuits, and have them looked at by an expert on station.
Okay.
See if they can tell me if they're any good, what they're worth, whether it's better than the kit I'm currently rocking.
Yes, it is. It's worth a lot. I can get you some stats if you want to keep it.
Yes, definitely.
Okay. But yeah, there's a definite feel like Dawes is, for some reason, trying to just keep you here. Maybe wait for something. Maybe.
We've got a pirate gunship. Of course he wants us here.
Yeah, maybe just almost like, no, I've got no appointments today. I'll talk to you tomorrow. How does 2 or 3 days time? I've got these meetings with other people. Like there's something not right.
Yeah, that's fine. Well, we can fuck off and come back in a couple of days.
Yeah.
2 can play.
Yeah. Okay.
So are we in agreement then, gentlemen? We're going to head for the Mary Read and this cruise liner and attend a nice flash party.
Well, I've spent the last day just refining the astrogation and the flight plan, so it would be a shame if we didn't.
I'll spend my
You
last.
drank another 2 bottles of gin and then did some colouring.
No.
I'll spend my last day on station researching who this Pope guy is.
Okay. Yeah, sure.
That's a good shout.
Will
Foley, what about you?
Just keep tinkering and maintaining it. The ship's a mess, so I'm just...
No, I mean, are you in?
Oh.
Or did you want to get off?
No, I'll stick around.
What about Lay? Are we going to let Lay off?
I don't even know if Lay's coming back, man.
I mean, he staggers back a bit. Like I felt a bit weird because I booked like the series Ritz.
Are you fucking idiot, man?
But I felt a bit weird, so I cancelled it. What should I do? Do you want an NPC or do you want to leave him behind?
Well,
I'll
be honest,
him.
I'd
He's
rather have a
unlucky
competent
charm.
NPC than Lay, but
No, he's not competent.
You get the one you get.
I think we should put Shira off the ship before we go because I don't trust her because I reckon she lied about that Voltaire dude. And I'm going to give Katrina Shira's hand terminal.
Okay.
and Shira.
Do you want to put Shira off the ship before we leave or after we leave?
Well, yeah.
I think we'll hand her over to Katrina as well.
Yeah.
Once it looks like Katrina's not trying to screw us, she can have her.
No, she is.
I'll trust Lev's savvy on this because Lev's good at people.
Oh, that's fair enough. I'm scientifically quite curious about what happens when you throw someone out of an airlock at 2G. But we could also let her off the ship.
Like the more you deal with Katrina, the more time she comes across as very much to the point and like straight shooting, like a Martian would get on with her. She's very straight shooting, is the way she's described in it. And the longer you spend around series with trying to deal with Anderson Dawes, it's more like it's very strange how he is keeping you very distant, but also just on the end of a I'll keep you talking, I'll keep you here kind of thing.
He's playing the look what I've got.
Yeah,
I've got a gunship.
Definitely something going that you have gone a different or approached it from a different
All right. Well,
way.
we're going to tell Katrina, look, we're going to take you up on your offer. We're going to go investigate, talk to the Mary Read, see what information we've got, what information they've got, what we can switch back and forth, see what's going on this cruise ship. If we can find this Pope guy, maybe we'll get him, bring him back and have a chat. And if we can get a hold of the blue ship, we'll bring that too.
Cool. All right. So we end as the Rorke Drift leaves Ceres and heads towards Saturn. Heads towards
elegantly,
Titan.
beautifully, and with gratuitous backflipping.
Do a barrel roll.
Next week we will fast forward those 7 days of journey, and we'll get you some information about Pope, the Titan's Ball, what this cruise liner is, and maybe we'll find out a little bit about what's going on in Ceres through the time between then. I'll fill you in on some developments. But that is all we should have time for today. I probably could keep going, but I know it's late, and we should go and make more tea and rest for the day. I've forgotten how much fun this was because we've been away for a week. I'd forgotten how much I've enjoyed the shenanigans of the Expanse. I'm so glad we got back to play. Space. Thank you very much for joining us. Congratulations to
Carruthers.
Jeff. Was it Jeff?
It was Carruthers. That's the only bit I remember.
It was Rob Carruthers. Congratulations on winning your PDFs, Rob. Don't forget to come and say hi on the Discord. The links when you're watching on YouTube are just down below, and they are just in the Twitch chat if you are watching live. What have we got happening this week, Ben?
This week is a bit of a puzzling one at the minute. Tomorrow we've got Mystery Event X to be confirmed, pending based on a number of conversations that are being had in a number of places.
Secret
Wednesday,
things will happen.
Yeah. Wednesday we've got Once Upon a Time in the Old World. That's a fixed constant.
Skullcano's still on, or is that finished?
Skullcano is still on tomorrow. Yes. Sorry. Thank you for the reminder. Sorry, Garblag North America, but once you've got 4 sessions a week, we'll start remembering you better.
Harsh.
Wednesday, Once Upon a Time in the Old World. Thursday, Alien, Colonial Marines.
With some aliens.
I'm really regretting giving up my seat for. Friday is also Mystery Game X. It may be another world building session for Spectaculars because those have been doing really well. People seem to get really into them. We've got about 12 pages of notes so far.
Great fun. This feels like instead of us telling you what to watch, you should come and join the Discord and find out what's happening in detail by chatting with us, or do the social media thing. Oh, there we go. Do the social media thing where folks come and follow us on Twitter or Facebook or YouTube or all the other places that would be listed in the event, in the bit below. Down, scroll down a bit. Yeah, down there. And click one of those links and come and say hi.
Yeah, sorry about the Tuesday and Friday mystery slots at the minute. Things are in a state of flux. There are games coming out. There are games going away. There's all sorts of shenanigans going on. We're hoping to be able to bring Dune and Fallout to the channel soon. I'm told that Dune is out in June.
Fallout.
June is in June. Yeah, it is. Yeah.
And so is Fallout. So
Fallout. Sorry, did someone say Fallout?
yeah, someone did say
I
Fallout.
think
Those
it
will
might
both
be
be appearing.
Fallout.
I've had a request to run Amber at some point, so I will have to run a short of that.
Oh, we said all my favourite words.
Oh, people are being timed out because they're excitedly shouting about different RPG systems in Twitch
Onimitchi,
chat.
there are lizards tomorrow, fear not.
Yeah.
Oh, there.
Kaiju punching is on for North America.
Yes. Andy, are you still doing secret things?
Still doing secret things. I will be indefinitely at this rate, I think.
Excellent. That's
Can't
good to
talk
hear,
about
but also like frustrating to hear. But thank you very much for joining us tonight, folks. I've had fun. Next week we're going to go to a fancy party, or not.
Woohoo!
Who knows? We could just blow
Yeah,
shit up
because
in
we're
space.
going to fit in there.
We're going to go to a fancy party and we're going to wreck it.
Where? I have to raid the lockers in the Anne Bonny just to see if I can find some half decent clothes to wear.
Nice.
Oh,
I've got income of 0.
Can we retcon having done some wardrobe delivery as well as the food?
We will do we'll do shopping in the Discord rather than on stream.
Yeah.
I'll
I want
channel my Pete and do
Full
shopping.
Martian pirate.
Sounds like Simon. Once again, thanks for joining us, folks. We'll be back soon.
Thanks.
See you later.